Kaidehara,
Literally
why did you
reused
lead us to
Tepe's
this
model
beach?
after he died, I know.
It is. In fact, my
But yeah, I just saw it
great-grandfather
today
and
and
the
been
head of
thinking
the
about it.
Kamisato clan tracked the fleeing swordsmiths to this very location.
Okay.
Our hypothesis was correct. My great-grandfather was well aware of the
Gotta
truth
make that
behind the
Moonies.
defective blades. And
Gotta
it was
make those
right here
Moonies indeed.
where they encountered the culprit who framed the Kaidehara clan and the Raiden Gokaden.
Really? So they knew this whole time. And they caught them, so why did everything go to shit still? But yeah, I've never done a sponsorship before, but if it's just about trying out the game, I think that's pretty reasonable.
To whoever reads this letter,
All right.
I, Kaidehara Yoshinori, have been held to a certain secret throughout my entire life.
I'm waiting for this plot twist.
I don't have much longer in this world, and after much consideration, I finally decided to disclose the matter.
Oh my goodness, they're building up the suspense.
All those years ago, when I was pursuing the swordsmiths alongside Commissioner Kamisato of the Yashiro Commission, I was not injured.
I was like,
by
what's
one of
happening to the
smiths.
background?
Rather,
it was night, and after the clues led us down to shore, I waited for the culprits to show themselves. However, there were no swordsmiths in sight, only a single eccentric stranger.
Who dis?
This stranger claimed to be the one behind the failed forgings, and said that he had been patiently waiting for us. He then threatened to destroy the Raiden Gokaden.
Is that who I think it is? Is that who I think it is? Who else wears sandals and, like, does not wear pants? Oh my god.
That person was of able body, and in a blink of an eye, myself and the accompanying samurai had been defeated.
Shut up. Wait, that's how... But... Okay. His identity will be confirmed later. If it is who I think it is, something doesn't make sense.
Commissioner Kamisato was severely wounded, and I barely escaped death myself.
Oh my gosh.
My hat had fortunately blunted a blow to my head. The unusual stranger could have easily claimed my life at that moment. But, after noticing my appearance,
Can we not?
he stopped his attacks and sternly asked if I had any connection with the name Niwa. I answered that it was my father's surname, and after my father disappeared, I was adopted by the Kaedehara family. Upon hearing my answer, the stranger paused. After a long silence, he suddenly said, "Tell her this. My name is Kuni Kuzushi." He then
Maybe
turned
I'm wrong.
and left.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I don't know who else it would be. Traveler has her eyes closed like,
really
this is
happened.
deep, guys, deep.
yes. My great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan escaped from death and learned that the
Kuni
forging diagram
Kuzushi.
had been tampered with by Kuni Kuzushi. However, due to the encounter, the head of the Kamisato clan was worried that my great-grandfather would be falsely
Saying
accused
reused
of being
voice,
involved
nice.
with the perpetrator. So even on his deathbed, the master of the Kamisato clan cautioned my great-grandfather to never speak of what happened.
Damn.
Because the perpetrator said he would destroy the Raiden Gokaden. My great-grandfather worried that the perpetrator would still return for vengeance. So, to protect his loved ones, he closed the family business.
Interesting.
He said, "As the leader of the Kaedehara clan, I am deeply ashamed to witness the decline of the Ishin art. But as a
Aww.
father, it is my priority to ensure the safety of my children and grandchildren."
Kazuha.
Yes, that's right. If my grandpa had somehow discovered the secret behind the tampered diagram all those years ago, perhaps my great-grandfather would have told him the truth.
I see.
Unfortunately, he failed to catch any of the hints in my great-grandfather's words.
Oh my gosh.
Miss Kamisato, it appears you were unaware of the happenings that my great-grandfather described here. What are your thoughts?
Hold the hell on. Hold the hell on. We still don't know who our mysterious poem, like, sprinkler is. The person who's been, like, hiding poems. Relatable.
I suppose the reason the head of the Kamisato
I feel like
house
they
never
have to
spoke
be
of
the
this to
same
family
person.
was due to similar safety concerns. If the perpetrator was capable of tampering with even the Shogun's diagrams, and could single-handedly defeat many men, then he is not an ordinary enemy.
Oh my gosh.
I will discuss this matter with Brother shortly, and investigate the
Brother.
identity behind the one called Kunikuzushi. Rest assured, we will act cautiously.
To be honest,
Give me some
as
Ayato
I
time.
read the letter, I felt much turbulence in my heart.
Baby, I'm
But
sorry.
now I've managed to calm myself. My great-grandfather said in the letter that he did not wish
That's
his
sad.
descendants to blindly seek revenge and be deceived by things of the
He's
past.
had it rough.
Though he was in a tight situation when he wrote these words, I feel like they are still valid nonetheless. I think what's most important for each person is not the past, but the present. Even though we must carry the burdens from the past,
Damn,
there are
that's
also
deep.
things we wish to strive for.
That's deep.
Therefore, knowing the truth behind what happened is enough for me. I will live on just as my great-grandfather had hoped.
Yes, Kazuha. And then you'll join my team and we'll live happily together.
That being said, if the enemy from all those years ago is still lurking
Oh.
and plotting to stir up more trouble, then I definitely won't turn a blind eye.
Here we go.
These are simply insights I've gathered from all that I've experienced. Thank you all for accompanying me in my search for the truth behind that incident.
Anytime.
Now that we're done here, let's head back to Rito.
Ah! Ooh, the release
Here's the final
event.
stage of the Irodori Festival. Not only will there be Shincho's signing
Woo!
event, but Albedo's painting of Kuranushi will also be unveiled.
Wait.
Let's take a stroll through the festival venue. Maybe we'll find everyone there.
Is the last one still? Oh, it's covered now.
Hello, traveler. Paimon?
Albedo, why is the portrait of Kuranushi all covered up? Paimon wants to see what your Kuranushi portrait looks like.
Suspense, Paimon, suspense.
Don't worry. The unveiling ceremony will be starting shortly. You'll see what it looks like then. I will say that I'm most satisfied
I'm such a
with this
lore
particular work.
person, so I
even
love
made a
it,
special
trying to
trip
figure this
see
stuff
someone In
out.
order to complete it.
Ooh.
They gave me some very valuable suggestions. Is that so?
You're always so
Anyway,
suspicious,
There is
buddy.
still time before the ceremony.
EM is the
may
rarest
have a
main
look around the
stat.
venue
I
first.
know. All right,
Everyone, welcome to the magnificent Irodori Festival.
here we go. It's the end. Let's see.
Today, we have ushered in the final stage of our festival. And now we will reveal the final portrait of the five Kasen, Kuranushi, which was done by none
Aw.
other than our guest artist from Mondstadt, Calx.
Calcs.
Paimon has no idea what Albedo's portrait looks like. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking.
Let's all count down together. 3, 2, 1.
Let's see.
What's this? This piece depicts nothing but a background.
The author just freaking freaks out. He's like, what the shit, Albedo? What have you done?
I suppose Calx must have forgotten to include the character.
I really hope either it's a metaphor or he's just gonna throw water at the painting and someone's gonna appear.
Let's hear some words from Calx himself regarding the creative process behind this piece.
He's so bad. The editor's so bad.
Hello, everyone. First, I would like to say that it was an honor to be invited to create the portraits of the 5 Kasen.
Oh my gosh, why is Albedo the biggest troll of
The
life?
5 Kasen are legendary figures from ancient Inazuma, famous for their works of poetry. As time passed, poems were composed about them, and they became the subjects of many stories.
Oh my goodness.
I learned from existing sources about those stories that the character of Kuronushi is the deepest and most differing of the 5 Kasen. Moreover, Kuronushi lacks a dedicated chapter among the stories. It's as if he is a behind-the-scenes role of the 5 Kasen. Perhaps we can assume that every creator had a different understanding of Kuronushi. So, in the same way, I also wanted to leave this character to everyone's own imagination.
Of course.
After all, the Irodori Festival is a place for everyone to express their minds through creative works.
Yep, that's Albedo for ya. His super logical explanation
Of
is
course
sure
he
to
went with a
everyone's
metaphor.
Well,
I still wanted him to
seems
throw
our
water at it
adventures
though.
The Irodori Festival have come to a close.
No.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The sussy person.
Oh. Oh, right!
Yeah, exactly.
We still haven't figured out who left those stories of the 5 Kasen for us to find.
I have an inkling too, but I may be wrong.
Really? Come on then, who is it? Tell Paimon!
It's someone that knows every one of us.
Well, that makes sense. Otherwise, there'd be no way to give the right paper to the right person every time.
Freaking no. Wait, Hold on,
Right.
no.
Even though they were using stories to hint us toward Shincho's troubles, the real goal was to lead us to solve the secrets of the Kaidahara clan. Paimon gets it now. Well, at least Paimon thinks she knows. Let's go! We'll get to the bottom of this.
Shut up!
Go! You're the one
Shut
behind the stories of the
up!
5 Kasen.
Shut up! Shut up! No! Oh, what a shit disturber. Oh my gosh. What? Okay, oh lord. It makes sense now. But I never expected it. Oh my gosh.
But don't you think you overdid it a little? Leading all your friends on a wild hunt like that?
It's Ayato. He's like the sussiest person alive. Of course he did. Stop.
As it just so happens, one of the reasons I'm here today is to explain the details behind this wild hunt.
Ayato, you little shit. Oh my goodness.
Paimon wants to see how you'll explain yourself out of this one.
Why did I not? I had no inkling.
First of all, the start of this whole incident was due to mere happenstance. You see, Lady Yai happened to catch sight of Shincho and the editor carrying the books away one night. She thought it was interesting, so she asked me to tease them a bit.
Yai is such a... can I go and slap Yai in the freaking face? Best streamer on Twitch. No, I'm not. I didn't see this coming from a mile away. Oh, Miko. Of course.
So it was Miko after all! Paimon knew it! This thing had Miko written all over it!
Everything has Miko loves stories. Of course she
That's
was
right.
behind it.
But using the story of the 5 Kasen to guide you to the Kaidahara family's secrets was my personal touch.
Why is he the sussiest? I love him.
As
I
for
love
my
him.
roundabout approach, well, that was something which I had no choice but to do.
Why?
Yes. Due to a certain incident that occurred earlier, I happened to notice the bonsai plants left behind by Kaedehara Yoshinori, as well as the blank papers hidden inside.
An incident?
I knew there was more than meets the eye regarding those papers, but it took me some time to figure out the secret behind the ink. The kind that would only appear when exposed to water.
So are you just trying to help us?
What Kaedehara Yoshinori said in the letter is very important for both the Kamisato clan and the descendants of the Kaedehara clan, especially Kazuha. The Kaedehara clan used to be subordinates of the Kamisato clan.
Really?
It was my ancestors who were unable to protect them all those years ago. So now, this obligation fell on my shoulders.
Oh my goodness. The leader of the Kamisato clan, ladies and gentlemen.
Although he has the right to know the truth, the closer he draws to things hidden out of sight, the closer he also draws to danger. I had to confirm whether Kazuha has both the will and ability to be privy to the truth.
I'm still shook.
Of course, I could outright tell him the truth that I had discovered, but maybe he doesn't have the will that's required. In that case, the truth would only become a burden to him. If he lacks the ability, then he wouldn't be able to find the truth in the first place. In which case, it would be better to keep him away from danger altogether.
Yo, he's acting like the great-grandfather. If you can't find the truth within...
Kaedehara Yoshinori left his message in a roundabout way precisely for this reason. For a long time, I yearned for a suitable opportunity to convey this matter. Right up until the night when a legend of sword was smuggled away.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Yeah, it wasn't only Kazuha. You brought all of the rest of us into this plan of yours.
Because he just wanted to do something for everyone, I guess.
I figured you would ask this question eventually.
You and your sussy baka laughs.
I merely saw that this matter would be of value to you. And more importantly, I hoped that while Kazuha and Ayaka were looking for the answers together, they would have some reliable friends by their side. Reliable friends who would be willing to protect them and make measured decisions. Friends who would spare no effort to lend a helping hand in times of trouble.
Aw, you trust us?
Because it is also very likely that you will face the same enemy together in the future.
Okay, here we go. I need to know if I'm correct.
You already know the answer deep down inside, don't you?
I need to know if I'm correct.
The answer is actually hidden in the portrait of Kuronushi.
Ah!
When there is no one else near the portrait, you can confirm with your own eyes.
Wait, so Albedo's involved in this too?
As
of
for the
course.
means of revealing that answer, well, you have used it many times before.
I was right. You have to throw water at the portrait. Why was I right? Albedo, you piece of shit. They're all plotting against us. Oh my goodness, they're all plotting around us. They're plotting around us.
It's getting pretty late, so nobody else is around now. So Ayato must have been telling us to splash water on the portrait, right?
Guys. Do you want me to tell you who I think it is? We may not have a chance.
It's the Balladeer!
I freaking knew it! I freaking knew it! I freaking knew it! Whoops. I almost knocked my monitor down. No, I don't think Albedo knew the whole time, too. I think he knew at the end, but him and Ayato totally planned this together. Also, it was freaking obvious after they revealed his feet. Why are his feet so recognizable?
So he was the one behind the trouble all those years ago!
Oh my gosh.
When there is no one else near the portrait, you can confirm with your own eyes.
Ayato!
As for the means of revealing that answer, well, you have used it many times before.
Ayato!
Also, there's one last thing that we must discuss.
What?
I mentioned earlier that the occurrence of a certain incident
Yes,
made
you
me
did
notice
say
the
that.
bonsai plants. I wish to tell you of that incident now.
You did say that, and I wanted to know what you were talking about. Nerdy like the feet. When are we gonna kick that stuff? I know!
It was just after the Shogun announced the abolition of the Sakoku decree. I heard that something had happened at the Tenryou Commission.
Yeah, they were colluding with the Fatui.
They had discovered signs that someone had entered the warehouse storing the Commission's articles of evidence and confiscated items. But nothing was stolen.
Huh.
I felt something unusual about that incident, so I told Kujo Sara of the Tenryo Commission to treat it as if nothing happened. She was not to increase the guard or relocate the warehouse contents.
Oh my gosh.
In the meantime, I sent a member of the Shumatsuban to keep watch over the warehouse.
Oh, of course he has
Sure
his
enough, someone was
spies.
sneaking in and rummaging through the belongings of the Kaidahara clan.
Freaking hell, man.
You mean he was also looking for...
I let him search for a while, but in the end, he found nothing. Soon after,
But
he
why
had to
does
leave
he
Inazuma
care
by
about
boat.
old history? Even if he's a part of it, why does he care?
Why didn't you send someone to catch him?
The best way to protect a secret is to treat it as if it doesn't exist, is it not?
The amount of times
Besides,
he has
The
laughed
identity
like...
of this person is not hard to guess. After he left Inazuma, I carefully checked the Kaidahara clan's belongings one by one, and eventually discovered the papers in the hidden compartment of the flower pot.
Wait, were they not there before?
I am certain that the papers are the secret which the infiltrator sought to find,
Oh.
though he couldn't confirm whether this secret existed at all.
Why would he care?
So, now on to my final question. Which part of Kaidahara Yoshinori's experiences was the secret that needed to be protected?
I feel like Ayato's reading my mind. That was exactly what I was asking myself. It has to be this. It has to be his real name. It has to be his name. That's why.
I don't have an answer to this question
Ayato!
at present, so
Stop this!
I'll leave it to your future self.
Stop this! Freaking stop this! You can't give me options and then not tell me! Mad.
As for now, please, enjoy
You can't give
yourselves
me
at the
options and
Irodori
then
Festival.
not tell me! Oh my gosh. There are no events attached to that final one. Yo, who would have thought there would be some intense lore here? Oh my gosh. Guys, freaking, oh my goodness. Oh, that was so good.